All right, here we are back again. Hello, everyone. This is Michelle Ellerbe with Moments of Motivation with Michelle. And I am super duper excited that I am sitting right here in the place, in the space with none other than Camisha Bethea. Hey, Camisha. How
Hi.
you doing, girl?
Good.
Awesome sauce. We are over here at none other. Look at it behind me, Junior's Playhouse. And Kamisha is going to talk to us today a little bit about herself and what it is that she is doing. She's going to tell us about who she is, how she's come to be who she is today, and also talk to you a little bit more about Junior's Playhouse. So tell us a little bit about you, Kamisha, where you from, and all that good stuff.
Hi, I'm Camisha. Thanks first, Moments of Motivation, for inviting me on. I'm from here, Scotland County. Birthed here, Scotland Memorial. So I'm from this area.
She's from
I'm native.
Scotland County, North Carolina, and she's the mother of what?
I'm the mother of five.
Five adorable babies who she just absolutely love, adore, and cherish. And if you guys can hear a little bit, they're in the background. I know a lot of you are not aware of, don't have enough information about autism awareness, and I want her to talk to you guys. I'm a grandmother who has two grandkids who have autism, and my grandkids are the best grandkids ever. And when I say different to the bone, they are different to the bone. They are super duper amazing, very intelligent, very brilliant. I know a lot of people say they're different, but I can honestly tell you they're different, but they are the same. One of my grandsons, he can look at one movie and remember it from A to Z, just like it was nothing. But nevertheless, it's not about me. I want Kamisha to tell you all about autism and talk to you all about Junior's Playhouse and what she has coming up.
Okay, so I'm Camisha. I'm a registered nurse here at Scotland Memorial Hospital, and like we mentioned before, I'm the mother of five children. My youngest, which is Junior, and the inspiration behind Junior's Playhouse, is autistic, and he was diagnosed when he was 3 in 2019.
So, Kamisha, let me ask you this question. A lot of parents, when their children are diagnosed with autism, they go through that whole denial phase.
Yes.
They do not believe that their child has autism. Like my son, him and his girlfriend were like, how you gonna one day tell me my child is a genius, and then the next day you say my child has autism? Yes. So tell us about that whole roller coaster ride that you went through.
Oh, um, it is a denial phase. I always relate a diagnosis of autism to grief. And you go through those 5 stages, and the first stage is denial. Mm-hmm. And I think everybody go through that. Like, I did not want to believe it. I kept thinking my son cannot hear. And of course, that's one of the early signs. You can make all the noise, you can call them by name, but they do not respond. So my whole thing was, let me get my baby some hearing aids, because this is the problem.
So by how old was he then?
He was 2. We went to, how it's
wow, he was 2 years old.
He was 2 when I just like, no, something's really wrong. But I just thought it was like hearing, like, oh my God, I have a child that's deaf. So we start going to the provider, which was Person Clinic, and I was telling them, so they send them to the ear, nose, and throat specialist here in Lombard. Mm-hmm. And they did a hearing test, and they was like, he can hear. But I was in the hearing test with him, and I didn't see him react to anything. So I'm like, no. Mm-hmm. So we did 2 referrals to them. Then we got referred to Aberdeen, because this is a denial phase.
Right.
We got referred to in Aberdeen, and then we went all the way to Chapel Hill, because like, just give my baby the hearing aids.
Right.
Because I did not, like, this was going to be the last thing.
Mm-hmm. And he was your last child, correct?
Last.
And is he your only child with autism? Because some families, more than one child has autism.
Only child. Mm-hmm. And I kept on saying, like, so when we first found out, my kids were devastated. My mother, even though she works with the autism community, she worked with them previously. But nobody wanted to accept the diagnosis. Like, we were devastated. Mm-hmm. You take it to God, and we're like, we're gonna pray this away, basically. And then people were saying that God knew who to give a child like that to. Right. And I got emotional. Like, I was like, God's been good to me, so I don't want y'all. But I question, like, why? If you wanted me to have this child, then you should have gave him to me first. Yeah. And then I would. Oh, that's right, because he gave him to me at the end. You gave him to me at the end. I had so many plans. You know, once you have aspirations for their kids, even when they're in your womb. So you start saying, yeah, like, he gonna be doing this, he gonna be doing that. And my boys, like, they played parts in it. They did, like, things. So this was the same thing that I was expecting for this child. So when people were saying God knew what he was doing, I didn't understand. And I hated people to say, I hated it. Like, what do you mean? Like, why? Because if he would have I felt like if he would have gave him to me first, I wouldn't have had 5 kids. Right. You could have stopped me right then because it requires so much. And autism does not just affect the parent, it affects the household as a whole. I was going to ask you, what kind of adjustments did you have to make? He's at 2 years old. So did you go through the terrible 2 stages with him? Was it the same? No. It wasn't the same like the other kids? No. Oh, wow. So I guess it's like the milestone, like they developed. His terrible 2 probably happened when he was 5. So his terrible 2 probably happened when he was 5, but so he was the best baby. So here I am in this. Oh my God, I could cry about it. For real. It's okay. Because he wasn't making a whole lot of noise. So I just felt like I just had a good baby. I didn't know he was gonna be non-baby. So he has silent tears. He had silent tears. And you guys may see Junior in the background. He's back there playing with his sister. And of course, we're at his place. We're at Junior's Playhouse. And like you said, you had to make some adjustments in your life. You have this 2-year-old child who has autism. He has 4 siblings. And does he play the same with them as they played? So what's different? So a lot was different. Now he do. Because, and this is what I want to bring to the community. A lot of kids with autism, their preference is to play alone. So, but my kids and my mother and myself, we are like very touchy, affectionate. Yeah. So we gave him his time that he can be alone, but we invade his space. So like just a little bit, you got to invade his space a little bit. Like, say for instance, I thought he couldn't hear, but like he spends his day, Julia, can you come give me a kiss? Come here, give me a kiss. Come here. I want a kiss. I just need a kiss. So like, oh, he wiped it off. Come here. Give my kiss back. Come here. Come here, bitch. Come here. And one of the things you see Junior playing with is the fishbowl. Can you tell them about that, Camisha, since they can see it? So the fishbowl, hold on, James. It's like everything with noise. Everything with noise. The fishbowl is a sensory item that keeps the kids mesmerized. It is like a calming. If you know anything about autism, and this is who we're reaching, the autism community, you get sensory devices, and they can sit there and stare at that for hours because they want to know, like, autism, they really are geniuses. Like, they're inquisitive. So he wanted to know why, how, why is that changing colors? Yeah. What is that? That's why he wanted to take the lid off. Like, what is going on? Like, let me touch it. Let me see. So it keeps them engaged. Right. So do you find it difficult around the house managing him? Are you able to control his behaviors? Because I mean, some kids with autism, they damage property a lot. They break holes in the walls. They break toys and all that stuff. Does Junior do things like that? A negative. And I think what it is that parents start to feel sorry. But my number one goal was, okay, if he's nonverbal, okay, if he's autistic, I'm not treating you any different. It's some things you might slip up with, but you ain't damaging. No, probably because we got something for that. We got something for that, but so we don't have that behavior. And with the autism spectrum, you do have kids that do behave inappropriately like that, and that's where ABA therapy come in. So it's a service for that because it's a spectrum.
Yes, right.
So, and they say each individual, some signs are the same, but each individual is unique. That's what the puzzle piece is about. They all different shapes, different colors,
all different sizes.
Because you get what I'm saying? Because no one case is the same. Can you turn that down, please? Can you turn it down, please?
So, and as you guys can see, she said when he was younger, she thought he couldn't hear. And he just turned the TV up really loud. She told him to turn it down, and he turned it down. She asked for a kiss, and he came over and gave her a kiss. So there are a lot of milestones that we want to talk about that Junior has made. I know one of the things that you said was him being nonverbal. You talked about his hearing. What are some of the other symptoms he had?
So,
you talked about socialization as well.
Socialization, also sensory. So he is textures. He may come up and you may have something on and you may think it's like weird behavior, but he's gonna rub it against his face. He's gonna smell it. He might look at it like trying to figure it out. So very like, but not texture with food. Like some autistic kids only can eat certain textures. But we started breaking, even though his preference is McDonald's, like most kids with the autism, we still break him like, hey, you're gonna try this. Like try this different or whatever. Not that we're gonna starve him, but like, hold up, when you get hungry enough, you're gonna eat this. Because you're going to try this out. And he do. And he is still somewhat picky. But mostly textures outside of food. Right.
And so, Camisha, what are some of the milestones that you all have seen Junior make since he was 2 years old? You know.
Oh, my God. He is such an amazing... he is such an amazing
look
child.
He just gave you.
He really is. So one of the milestones is that he will bring us things. So he's gonna point it out. At first, it was a lot of crying. Like, what do you want? Just pass it every time. What's going on? I don't know what he wants. But now he will bring us to the item, or he's gonna bring the item to us. That's one thing. I feel like affection is a part of communication. We talk about body language. We want to talk about
Right.
So, him coming into our personal space. Sometimes he may come in from school and get on me in bed and want to be hugged or held or whatever. So that's something that you don't see a lot in the autism community. But he does that. So that was big for us, making sure that he interact with us. Also writing. So if you see this, he wrote this. You may can't understand this, or they may cannot understand this. Can you see this? I want y'all to see this. And this is what Jrs Playhouse offers. So one of the things is he is nonverbal, but we know it's different forms of communication.
That's right.
Right? So I pray to God about it. Okay, God. I just stay stuck in the negative part that communicate verbally, or we can figure out a different form of communication. So I said, God, let my son be able to write.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm about to point this out to you. This is Junior writing his name.
Oh.
Listen, look at this. M-O-N. That's a T-A. See, and so he's still learning the...
Is it an R or Z?
Z. That's a Z.
I see it.
So it's M-O-N-T-A-Z. O-E-S. But he ran out of parts on the board.
So he stopped.
He stopped.
That is great progress.
This is what we're talking about. And we didn't ask for this.
Right.
Did we ask him to go right?
No, he went over there and wrote it while we were talking.
So when you talk about milestones, this is what we're talking about. For real. Like, seriously, like.
Has he said any words? Oh, Camisha. Oh, she's getting a little emotional, you guys. Camisha is amazing. All of her children are super amazing. She has a child who's in the military, and her daughter's showing her some love and affection right now. And as you guys are going to hear more about what she's doing here at Junior's Playhouse, we've been taking the time to tell you a little bit about Junior and his diagnosis of autism. And although he has autism, although there's a stigma placed around children and adults with autism because we don't understand about it enough, she's doing all that she can almost every day to go online in the community, on her job, in the grocery stores, wherever Camisha is, she's educating somebody about autism. She's allowing us into Junior's life to share him with us. Although he may not have some of the same skills that some of us have, you can see what his mother, his grandmother, his siblings are doing all that they can to help Junior live a normal life just like the rest of us because he is just as normal as we are. He may be different, but we're all the same. Is that right? That's right. Okay, so does he speak any words, say any words at all?
He mimics sounds. And so I was saying when I was talking to him, because I'm not well versed in behavior therapy, get down, sir. Junior, get down. Don't do that. Get down. That's not how you do that, please. Get down. Don't do that. Don't do that. But sorry. But
We got a few more minutes.
sorry, 2 more minutes. But get down. Maybe get him down. What was the question? I'm so sorry.
You were saying we are well versed. You was talking about behavior.
Behavior. So I was saying that my son's not nonverbal. He has limited vocabulary because I could understand that just like I can understand that he just wrote this. One day he said, "I love you all day."
Wow.
It will sound like he was saying, "I love you all day."
Mm-hmm.
And then so that was words to me. It wasn't clear like we're talking, but to me, I understood. And all of us, we kept telling him to say it all day. And he said it for a whole day.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say it anymore, but yeah.
Oh, wow. That is so amazing. And Camisha, I just again want to say thank you for taking the time to sit down and talk to me. So now, and briefly, if you could talk to the people about Junior's Playhouse. What is Junior's Playhouse? How did Junior's Playhouse come about, and what do you have to offer?
Okay, so Junior Playhouse is a recreational and enrichment center for kids with autism. So it came about. I saw a lot of community. Come on, son. Come on.
Come put the top back on.
So it came about because you see a lot of camps in the summer for kids, what we call, so we're using terminology, autistic kids or atypical kids, meaning they don't act like the typical child. So you see a lot of camps geared towards typical children and not anything option for atypical. So last summer was when I really thought about, like, why don't I create something that kids with autism can. What else I do? Why did you do that?